Hey guys, it's Pinko9 here, and today I'm going to be talking about Irene and what exactly she is in MyStreet. So let's get into this. Okay, we're going to start with Emerald's Secret. And the first thing I want to clear up here is, no, she was not an old lady that became young. It was simply to mask the identity of her because even though it was already kind of obvious by the outfit, they didn't want us to catch on too much to the fact that she was Irene, and specifically the Aphmau version of Irene. We'll get into that in a little bit. If you watched Her Wish, then you will know that Alina said that Aphmau and Aaron were dead in MCD. So, how is Irene/Aphmau here? Well, first, let's get into where Aphmau/Irene is right now. Now, back in Emerald's Secret, there was a cottage. And if you haven't seen my top 5 diaries references on MyStreet, basically I pointed out that in the cottage, it's a merge between the original and latest version of Aphmau and Aaron's house from MCD Season 2, the last place they were together. And it was basically Aphmau's last memory of Aaron before he became Shad. So yeah, it was her last memory of him, so it's obviously pretty significant to her. Now, why was this the place Aaron was born? Now, we're going to go into some of the lore of MCD, because it tends to most of the time kind of link up with MyStreet. Back in MCD, when we saw Zane becoming a Shadow Knight, he was in what I like to call the Void of Death. It was called the Void, basically. And, we've seen Aphmau bring a kid back to life. But the kid had only just died, and she can't do it often or to people who have been dead a while. Now, I think the limit to this is that the soul has to have not passed into the realm of death yet, because that is when it's beyond her reach. It makes sense, because she can only bring back people who have only just died. So, why was Aaron there? Well, what I think Irene did is she pulled his soul into her void, I'm going to call it, and she pulled him in there when he had just died so that she could preserve his soul until she revived him. So that's basically why she couldn't answer the question, am I dead? 'Cause technically, Aaron was dead, but he wasn't at the same time. His soul hadn't gone to the void of death yet. So technically, he was and wasn't dead. And that's why her answer was yes and no. Because it was true. He was and wasn't dead. His body was dead, his soul was preserved. But then, why the cottage? Now, this is where we get into where exactly Irene is right now. And what I think she's in is she's not in another dimension, she's in a void of memories. Everything that exists there is her memories. Anything, any building is her memories. It's created by her memories. And that's why the cottage was there. She associates that with Aaron because it's the last place that they were together before he died and became Shad. So she associates it with him, and when he came there, that's the memory that activated. It was based off of the last memory she had of him. And that's basically why it was there. It's obviously the same place because it's a completely white background and it's glowing and all that, like the void thing that she's in right now. So it's the same place, but only now there's no cottage, there's nothing. It's just the Irene symbol and her. So yeah, I think that anything that exists there is a part of her memories. And we're going to go into what happened to Kim and Ghost when they went there. Because they passed out, And I think this has to do with the whole grabbing a soul, pulling it into the void thing. Basically, they passed out because she pulled their souls into her void so that she could talk to them. They weren't dead, they just weren't there. And then, what is Irene though? She's alive? Dead? We don't know. I mean, Alina said she was dead, and she had been dead for a long time because Alina barely remembered her. So, is she dead? Is she alive? We don't really know. Well, I think her herself has actually cleared this up a bit. When Aaron asked who Irene was, she said, just an angel, which implies that she is an angel. She's dead. I think that she is in her void of memories. She won't be dead forever. I think it's simply sort of a slumber state, or maybe it's just her soul there and she's kind of looking over everyone. It's kind of hard to tell what she is, but I don't think she's alive. And if she's alive, her body's probably somewhere else. I mean, who would want to sit in a white room? There's not much to do. And who would waste their days sitting there? And that's part of the reason I think she's dead. Her sole purpose is to help people now. As Iria said, that was Irene's purpose. Her purpose was to help the people of her realm. And, well, if MyStreet and MCD are becoming one, then MyStreet is technically her realm as well. That or Michael is trying to do something that will affect her realm. And honestly, whatever Michael's doing is dangerous. That's pretty much all I have to say on this. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more MMD and theory videos. And I'll see you all later. Bye!